Hey everybody, I got a comment on a recent video about how to stab drag. They were wondering what specific tech and how to do it. It's a pretty simple technique, but a lot of people probably don't use it because they only think of drags in the context of slashes and overheads most of the time. So I'm just going to spend this video. It's not going to be too long of a video. Just going over the basic strategies and how to do it. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off in the tutorial area over here, just to give you a quick rundown. So a normal stab, you're just going to aim right there, but a stab drag, you're going to kind of move to a certain direction. And what that's going to do is it's going to delay the time it takes for the stab to hit them, so it's going to kind of mess them up. So for example, I can charge this up and go up with it and I'll hit all three, or I can just go fast and maybe hit two. But you want to kind of look at it like you can also do it to the side. You can do it to the sides and try to get around them. Like you can move around and try to stab their back with it, or you can go like that and really get around their block, or you can go up with it and then bring it down, or you can go down with it and bring it up. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. Now let's get into a duel, and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, we got this Highland Sword guy. Let's go for some stab drags. There's one stab drag. Didn't even need to stab drag him that time. But I did get that one stab drag on that guy. Alright, looks like Sneak wants some. You gotta be careful with stab drags because you can, just like with normal drags, you can over drag it. And if you over drag it, you're very likely to miss. Even that was a little bit of a stab drag. You see, it was on my left side and I bring it over. You basically bring it over before you bring it back into them. It just delays the amount of time that it takes for the stab drag to actually hit them. You can also do toe drags with the stab too. I'm going to try to get a toe drag in here. There's a lot of different stab drags you can do. It's usually meant to get around people's guards. Like that, see? You really use it to get around the guard. If you just stab straight at people, that's how you get good with spacing, but it's not going to be as good at getting around the guard. And that's mainly what you're trying to do with the stab drag. You can pretty much stab drag with any weapon in the game. Like, I can do it here. I'm gonna try to stab drag. Bring it into him at the end. It kind of messes them up because when somebody is dueling somebody, they know usually how long they have before they can't counter a stab anymore. They're never going to expect you to bring it back and then forward into them. That's why stab drags work so well. Alright, let's see what this guy's got here. Now, stab drag is very simple. It's very simple. It's not going to take you too long to learn. And it's also not that hard to counter either. It's hard to... It's hard to show how to counter it because I need to find somebody who does it a lot. But basically, how you counter a stab drag is you just have to kind of basically, if they, for example, stab drag all the way to the right like this, then you have to look that direction. See, I'm stab dragging around this guy's guard right now. See, what I like to do, one strategy I like to do is the attack stab cancel into the stab to the other side. So they're looking this way for the counter, but then you switch it and you go the other way. It might be a little bit easier to show you guys how to do the stab drag from a third-person perspective. I know Lukewarm Pizza is really good, so let's see what he's got. See how he can handle the stab drags. That was a giant stab drag right there. I started it back all the way back there. You kind of want to look and then bring it in. You look this way, you bring it in. You look this way, you bring it in. It's not that hard of a concept, guys. It's super simple, actually. It just takes a little bit of practice.